News, my lovely, wonderful people. Group alleged plot to change final judgment at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal says 6 politicians sent to lead the move. So this is one of what is happening right now. This is the information reaching us that some persons are trying to manipulate the results in order to suit their candidate. And I will leave that candidate to you to deduce. It's called filling in the blanks. I said that, what is happening right now is not, is not acceptable. That, there are some people that have been given the tax to make sure that they see to it and they do this. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Group alleges plot to change final judgment at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal says 6 politicians sent to lead move. A group, Face of Waziri, Nigeria, has alleged that plans are in top gear to halt the final judgment of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. The group alleged that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has arranged and has put on, perpetrated by how uncertain and unfavorable the Presidential Election Tribunal judgment might be, commissioned 6 political advisors, including former governors. In a statement yesterday, the Group Director General, Mrs. Buki Adeniyi, said 6 individuals were tasked with responsibilities, the judges, to influence the final verdict. The group added that the team also intends to engage traditional religious leaders with a view to querying possible mass protests that may erupt if the judges affirm Tinubu as president. Meanwhile, a civil society group, Coalition for the Protection of Democracy, cautioned the legal team representing Tinubu at the election tribunal not to intimidate the jury. The comment came after the final written address of Tinubu and his legal team at the tribunal. Tinubu, through Wole Onikokmo, his counsel, has said that the Federal Capital Territory (FCT) is the 37th state for electoral purpose, and any other implementation would lead to chaos, anarchy, and unrest, alteration of the very intent of the legal system. Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, standard bearer of the People Democratic Party, and the Labour Party are challenging Tinubu's victory in the last election. The group's spokesman, Danjuma Musa, said, "Any threat to the judiciary is a threat to the country, democracy." He said this is to support the advocacy and absolutely the independence and integrity of the judiciary as fundamental to the success of our democracy and to the peace and unity of Nigeria as a nation. It is a threat to the judiciary and rule of law for a senior advocate of Nigeria to give a premonition invoking anarchy if the victory of his client Bola Ahmed Tinubu judiciary is overturned by the Presidential Election Tribunal before the whole world. This is a threat. The request of 25% votes in the FCT is in the Nigerian constitution, not a party constitution or one person, some people's will. The constitution, not a party, upholding the provision of the constitution is a fundamental democratic idea, while its implementation and determination of all intent are the sole mandate of the judiciary. Notably, such instruments are threats to the peace and unity of Nigeria, and threats must be condemned and withdrawn immediately. So this is what is happening. Every single person is watching and waiting to see what the judgment will be. Every single person is waiting and seeing what the judgment will be, because they said there are some people whose aim and mission statement is to ensure that they undermine the intent of democracy in our land for their own personal gains. So they don't care what happens to other people. What they want to see is their own, what they intend to do. is for them. Okay? What they intend to do is their own, and what they intend to do is for them. So every single individual must understand this, and we cannot allow it to continue to thrive. The issue is that there are serious situations and matters going on, and every single person must understand that we cannot accept the same thing over and over again. We must ensure that we do everything needed, okay, and right to ensure that we save the course of what is going on today. Nigeria is in a dire situation for true, honest people who will arise and overturn the course of nature and bring us into the right place. Every time there is a pretense on the position of truth, it affects us all. Yes, so it is. So nobody should take what belongs to Nigerians and, lie to everybody. Okay, we know exactly what the issues are. Okay, we know exactly what the issues are. There are people who want to manipulate results to favor them. There are 3 persons in court, and everybody wants that matter to be in their own, in their own favor. Everybody wants it to be in their own favor. So nobody is particularly, just sitting there and thinking that the result will just be called. President Tinubu, for crying out loud, has a very high stake in this matter. He does not want to leave the place. You don't test power before. Power sweet. Okay, power sweet. So he wants to ensure that, he does everything that, he can to remain in power. So these are very, very, very serious issues going on. Yes, so Atiku, other people, Peter Obi, have been accusing him that there are plans and manipulations already in high gear to ensure that, the result is overturned or is spoken of, and there are possibilities that they want to engage people like traditional leaders and others in order for them to have a free course, so that in case any other person says otherwise, they will be the one to say, oh no, this is it, they should not overturn this, that. What Tinubu's lawyer said in court should be all for contempt. You cannot threaten the whole nation that if, for instance, the court find out that Tinubu is not qualified and that the correction is made, that there will be problem in the country. What do you mean? In fact, it should be held in contempt. In this country, it shows that, these people, they are not ready to tell the truth. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Like us, share, subscribe. God bless. Bye for now.